Recording in progress. All right. So this is kind of an emergency form of this podcast, and I don't really know what to do with my face, to be honest. I'm making vicious eye contact with either myself or the camera, and it doesn't feel good either way. So I'm going to avert my eyes like someone maybe who is very uncomfortable speaking to people. Anyway, uh, as you can tell, this is kind of a different setup than I usually do. I have to record on Zoom because I updated my Mac to Monterey and it just screwed everything up on my computer. I have to update everything now. And my Pro Tools just took a big dump on my head. So now I can't use that. And it's kind of been a disaster lately, but at least you get to see my face. I kind of look like Forrest Gump after he just ran a lot. And my shoulders don't look great. They used to look better, but now they're just a little smallish. We'll get them back one day. Anyway, welcome to Just a Couple of Best Friends Hanging Out. As you guys know, I have been trying to do this podcast again, and it's been fun. What can I say? You guys are doing a pretty decent job with the questions, but I would love more from you guys. I mean, Weaver and Colin and myself, we're working hard out here, working real hard. So maybe shoot us a couple questions, help with the content. All right, well, let's kind of recap my last week. So on Thursday, I actually had a gig inside this really crowded like tap room kind of place, and no one gave a shit about what I was doing because everyone was watching the football game, including me. And it's very distracting when you're playing like a 3-hour set and you're watching opening night of football. But it was exciting. Wish I would have started the Rams defense, but I don't think there's any world where I would have done that. They faced Buffalo, and despite getting 4 turnovers and a bunch of sacks, they still took the L hard too. They got blown out. Buffalo looks to be for real. So I wrapped that gig up, drank a few beers, and then Amber was in Santa Barbara for the weekend. So then I had the house all to myself. And kind of just did that thing where when your partner's not there, you just watch whatever like Netflix or YouTube stuff you want to watch. I was up to like 3 or 4 both nights. So it was pretty wild. Didn't get much sleep, just slept like shit, and probably drank a little too much too. So on Saturday, I went to go hang out with Alante and watch the UFC fights. Nate Diaz fought, Stockton's finest 209, Adam Bolenbaugh's favorite fighter, who he has seen around town multiple times for some reason. I think he saw him in Vegas and maybe in Oakland one time. I don't know what's going on with Adam. Maybe he's friends with Nate and we don't know. So, drinking a LaCroix. All right. So, watch the fights with Alante and my buddy Mitch. You guys might remember them from the wedding as well as the bachelor party. Mitch wasn't able to come. He was the one who got COVID right before it. So that was fun. Then we stopped by old Vinny's in Concord, and there were some bands that we knew playing. So we ended up drinking at Vinny's until like 2 a.m. on Saturday night, getting real wild and really drunk. I fell asleep in Emily and Tom's bed because they're still in New York, and I woke up like with that feeling like, where am I? Who am I? Exhausted. Felt like I didn't sleep at all. At like 6:30, I woke up and got all my stuff together and realized it was time to meet up with Adam like imminently. He decided to come over. Sean wasn't feeling too good, so he bailed, but we'll get more into that later. So I went to Lucky's and I got a bunch of stuff for guacamole. If you know me, I love making guacamole when the boys are coming over. And made it pretty shitty this time, not gonna lie. I thought it was all right, but Adam's on his whole 30 diet, so he can't eat like good stuff like bread and crackers and like processed things. So he was eating the guacamole with a spoon out of a bowl, which was, I wish I would have gotten some photos of it, but made a tri-tip as well, drank some White Claws, took some whiskey shots. And to be honest, that Sunday was maybe one of the most bummerific like opening days of football I think I've had in a long time. Usually I really enjoy it. We all enjoy it, you know. But what happened here is pretty bad. The Panthers, first they were getting blown out, then they clawed their way back in, which felt good. It's like the Sopranos / Godfather thing. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. I did a shitty impression of it. But basically, they got their asses kicked. They had no business being in that game. And then they clawed their way back in. And then they went for the game, or I guess the go-ahead field goal. But they decided to like play it real safe. And they fumbled the ball on second down and then ran like a really shitty draw on third down. Left way too much time on the clock. Kicked it back to Cleveland, and then there was like a really questionable roughing the passer call that kind of fucked us over, moved them to about midfield, and then basically as time was expiring, the dude nailed a 60-yard field goal for the win. Brutal L. And at this point, I was like 80% favored. A lot of Bush points for sure, but 80% favored to beat Evan. So I figured, you know, at least the silver lining here is I'm going to beat Evan and win my fantasy week. Yeah, well, that wasn't going to happen. Patrick Mahomes proceeded to throw 5 touchdowns against me. I swear, Adam will attest to this. Every time I looked up, Mahomes was in the end zone. It was wild. It's like, why are they always in the end zone or red zone? It was a disaster for me. Probably the worst thing that could have happened is Mahomes just going off. Waller didn't do much. My whole second half didn't do much. Cook didn't do much. I should probably bring this up, huh? Let's, might as well. I don't know why it takes so long to do this, to be honest. All right, Yahoo. And of course, my computer is going stupid slow all of a sudden, so that's great. That's awesome. All right. I think what I'm going to need to do here is like getting my fan up here. One sec. Maybe something like this. Can y'all hear that way too much? This is super tedious. There's no way. There's just no way. Here, one sec, guys. All right. All right. Let's try this. Like I said, since I updated my Monterey on my Mac, everything's been fucked. I'm logged out of everything, so I have to reset all my passwords because I can't remember them. It's kind of just a disaster. Anyway, here I am. Papa Don't Preach. I'm in trouble deep. If y'all don't know, got to check it out. It's a Madonna song. All right, where was I? I was trying to figure out precisely. The fuck is this, man? I just clicked on my league and then it sent me to the Yahoo. All right, here we go. And I would edit this part out, but I can't because I'm on Zoom, not my Pro Tools. So screw it. So my first half numbers were great. AJ Brown with 20, St. Brown with 16, Bateman with 13.9. I thought I was golden. I was doing really well there. Minus the Carolina 1 point. Total disaster. Ramondre was kind of a disappointment too, 3.7. So I got 1 from Crosby, 3.7 from Ramondre, about 10 from Waller, which is good. Only 9 from Jones, and then I was playing AJ Dillon, so he vultured a lot of the opportunities from Jones. And then Dalvin Cook with a 12.3. Kind of Jefferson was being real greedy with all the points. So all I really needed at the end of the day was like 17 points from Tom Brady, and I would have been fine, despite all that bullshit, despite Mahomes going off for 35. And I got 10.3 from Tom Brady. going into the Sunday night game. Very frustrating turn of events. Very frustrating. Anyway, Adam and I were both just like wrecked, tired. He lost all of his. I mean, I think I saw his soul leave his body at one point during the day when Michael Thomas scored his second touchdown. Adam was a very sad boy. And yeah, just another really tough week. 76.06 from Adam. 4 from Dak, 4 from CeeDee Lamb, 2 from Mike Williams. Oh my God, this is more brutal than I thought. His leading scorer was Antonio Gibson, and then Ryan Suckup was his second, who vultured all of my Tom Brady points, apparently, because he got more points than Brady himself. Ridiculous. So that was my Sunday. I went to, I kind of turned off that late game to go pick up Amber from her friend's house in San Jose. And I've been listening to this killer podcast. If you guys are into mobster stuff, it's called Our Thing with Sammy the Bull Gravano. He was like one of the main guys in the Gambino crime family. And the podcast is basically him telling crazy mob stories the entire time. Talking about John Gotti and all the Paul Castellano and all these dudes. So if you're into like mob stuff or you've watched The Godfather or Sopranos and you enjoy that, this is like the real life version of that. He's a great storyteller too. I was actually really, really fired up by it. Let me go ahead and share my screen so then you don't have to look at my ugly face. Here we go. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. I have no idea what it looks like on recording, but yeah, real tough, real tough. I think I'm just going to get right into the listener's question. I have honestly no idea how long I've been going on this podcast. I feel like it's been like 10 or 15 minutes already. This last week, nothing to write home about. Just work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Recording the podcast today. Yeah, playing a gig tonight, playing a gig tomorrow, playing a gig Saturday. And I'll have Sunday off. But Amber's parents are in town, so I'm trying to get in touch with O'Malley to see if I can get him the trophy. That is something that I wanted to talk about. Definitely much rabbling. Brad coming in so hot, so ignorant of the situation, but that's fine. I understand. It looks bad from the outside looking in. I need to get O'Malley that trophy. We've been in contact a little bit, so I'm hoping to meet him Sunday morning for some games and not get so drunk that I pass out on the lawn near Lake Merritt, and then go have a afternoon / dinner with my parents in-laws, my in-laws, my parent in-laws. So that's the plan. Hopefully I'm gonna get in touch with him. This is a phone. This is what you get in touch with people with eventually. So let's go ahead and go to listener questions. All right. From one Bill Arnott, give one word to describe everyone's team and give no explanation. Now this might be, I might have to give a little explanation. All right. I don't know if I can keep it to one word. You guys know how I am, so I'll just try to keep it short and sweet. All right. Let's start with since I'm at my at mine, let's just do that. So with mine, I would call it questionable. I feel like my lineup is very questionable. I thought, like, I'm looking at my lineup now, and I feel really confident about my wide receivers, except for Bateman, who only had, 2 targets? Not good. And Aaron Jones is now freaking me out, so I would say questionable. Evan, 2 words, so top heavy. Top heavy for sure. He's got a bunch of bullshit, but he's got Patrick Mahomes and Christian McCaffrey. So, top heavy. Let's look at the next one. Javante's Inferno. Busty. and not the good kind of busty that we all like, the bad kind of busty. Higgins looks like he got a concussion, so who knows. Allen Robinson, busty. Eckler, busty. This is really early, by the way. A huge overreaction. Kadarius Toney, busty. Kyler Murray, despite the 20 points, which I would have loved on my team. Hate you. I guess he's not that busty. He's solid. So, yeah, Andrew, you're busty. Sean, I'm going to go with champion. I think his stuff is looking real championship worthy. Stephon Diggs and the Allen stack is going to be nasty. I'm sure we're going to hear about it for the next 17 weeks on the People's Pod about these random stacks that they chose to pick. And then, of course, they negated to add my Tom Brady Julio Jones stack, which is rude as fuck, but whatever. So, yeah, champion. I think that he has championship potential. I think when Ayuk is in a tropical storm, he's going to be a much better receiver. Landry looks like he could be one of, if not the guy, in New Orleans. Najee's a little bit of a question mark with that foot thing. Etienne, I think, will eventually win over the majority of the role. I think he had like a touchdown called back or like dropped a touchdown. Something like that happened. So I think he's going to be fine. I'm completely out already on the New England backfield. But yeah, I would say Sean's got championship potential for sure. So champion. So here we go. Bacon. Desperation. His $65 bid on Taysom Hill reeks of desperation. Let's go ahead and scoot forward. So yeah, Taysom Hill, I understand that he's going to get like 4 or 5 designed runs a game and maybe catch a few balls. And if he ever were to actually throw, that could be an incredible steal. I hate these slash things, man. I hate them. QB/tight end. I think there just needs to be like, you're either a QB or you're not. You can't be a QB/something else. You're either a QB or you're not a QB. This is bullshit, because if he ever actually is a QB, he's not a fucking tight end. He's a QB. So I think that's stupid. I understand that he runs the Wildcat sometimes. D'Angelo Williams was never a QB. So it's bullshit, man. I think that we need to formally complain. There you go. I said it. Someone had to say it. It's bullshit. But I don't think $65 was the thing. I'm really bummed out that he got Curtis Samuel, because I bid on him $17, and then I thought that's much too high. I'm stupid. And then I think I brought it down to like 14 or 13. And then he bid 15 rather, and won him. So yeah, I think it's a little desperate from Tyler Bacon. The team is reeking of desperation. Scott Novum. It's really shocking at how well Scott was able to do in the first week. I thought that team was dumpster fire. And Aaron Rodgers only got 3.7 points, and he still put up 125. I was looking at the wrong side. Shit. Joe Burrow did great. 18, sure. But yeah, I'm not really, Kelsey is a stud. We know this. DeAndre Swift looked phenomenal. He could have had a few touchdowns too, but he got vultured. God, that would have been a huge game. He would have had like 40 points. Unbelievable. 144 rushing yards? Shit. So what's my word for Scott? Unpredictable. We did not predict this. We thought it was going to be bad. Even Yahoo said he was in trouble. So let's go back to have I been getting everyone's team? Jesus Christ. I've been kind of skipping back from week to week. So I guess I might as well. All right, shit. Yeah, this is going to be confusing. Let's go to Bills. So Scott, yeah, unpredictable. Bill, competitive. Bill is competitive as usual. I hate Cole Kmet. I think he's trash, but other than that, real great team. Tyreek and Mike Evans is a pretty nasty combination. I don't know who this Jay Palmer is. Joshua Palmer? Sure, dude. Why not? And then he just happened to get the new starting running back for the Rams, so that's cool. Taylor and Henderson. And then who's this Bryce Hall guy? We haven't figured it out yet, right? What the fuck? He got 6 attempts last week? That's some hot garbage. All right. So who else haven't I done here? I've done, all right, Max. Unlucky, as usual. I'm just going to say Max's team is unlucky. I think he has one of the better teams here, but somehow still took the L last week. I really like his lineup, actually. McLaurin. London, I think, will just continue to get better and better, and he already had like 10 points. Saquon looks like the steal of the draft already. He led all running backs, I think. 164 yards and a touchdown. Looked phenomenal. And then Kamara's going to bounce back, of course, unless he's hurt. Is he hurt? Oh, he did not participate. Oh, shit. Well, we'll see about that. Ezekiel Elliott looked not that great, and now he's he was averaging like 5 yards a carry, but they didn't really use him the same way you'd want him to be used. Tony Pollard looked awful, but he was still in all the passing down situations, I think. So who knows? I think that three-headed monster of Kamara, Barkley, and Elliott could be really nasty, but unlucky. He just is always perennially unlucky. Right, let's keep rolling. God damn it. There's so many of you guys. Colin, name's bad. That's it. I'm going to zoom this ahead. We'll talk about you guys more when we actually get to the matchups. Let's go Brad and Weaver. I'm going to go with Sacco contender. I think that he is a Sacco contender. I don't like his team very much. I know it did well, much better than my team, but there's just something about it that I'm not really a big fan of. This Jeff Wilson thing might be good for him, but I'm just not buying it yet. I'm not buying Kareem Hunt yet. I know that he did really well. Who am I kidding? You're probably going to do really well. So there you go. Brad, awful. Your team is awful, Brad. I love you, but not looking good. I think I already did Evan and Adam. I'm going to go sad. It's just sad to see you get so unlucky. Anyway, if I missed anyone, truly do apologize. I don't think I did, though. Did I do Evan's team? Oh, top heavy. Yeah. All right. So that was my long answer for give a one-word thing for everyone's team. Hopefully y'all like that. Gave explanations, though. Probably shouldn't have because that was fucking long. All right, let's keep rolling with Colin. What NFL games are you looking forward to this weekend and why? Well, none of them, because I hate football now. I don't hate football, but the Panthers are going to lose to the Giants. They looked pretty darn good. The Panthers are trash. So not looking forward to that game. Let's look at the slate. Don't look at my email, guys. All right, NFL. There we go. Should probably get rid of some of this shit, huh? All right, so slate of games. Kind of some dumpy ones, huh? I'm probably not going to see Chargers Chiefs because I'm going to be at a gig. Seahawks Niners is always entertaining. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really, I'm not in love with any of these. So I think simply by default, it's going to be Panthers Giants. But yeah, I'm just already bummed out by the Panthers. They really make me sad. So fuck. What else we got here, Colin? Do your other leagues act as negatively as we do when you mention us to them? I don't talk to them ever, so I don't know. I never talk to them. I get bullied into doing it every year, and then I hate it. I don't put effort into it, and it tanks my rating. So never again. What's your ideal hungover football Sunday meal? Great question. I am a big fan of like a big big like jalapeno cheese bagel with some cream cheese and pepper on it, cracked black pepper. I also have been known to love some corned beef hash out of a can. That stuff is nice for a hangover. But my number one go-to hangover food sounds very strange, but it's basically like this rice and chicken soup that I make. I get like a can of chicken and pour it into some rice, and then I use that 21 seasoned salute from Trader Joe's, like a ton of it, salt, and then about a tablespoon of turmeric. Cook up that rice and all that stuff together, and then I throw in some more chicken broth, turn it into a soup. It's like salty and delicious. That would be my go-to hangover meal. Really good. You guys should try it out. I usually do like basmati rice. I make sure I cook it in chicken broth too. All right. So then I think I got one more question. Oh, from Evan. This is great. You mad, bro? Yeah, I was pretty pissed. I lost that game. Not gonna lie. Getting 1 point, 2 combined points from your kicker and defense when all you needed was like 6 more points to win was brutal. And then Tom Brady just taking a fat dump on my chest was brutal. And then Patrick Mahomes torturing me was brutal. So yeah, I am mad. Now that you've lost a must-win game, what will it take to salvage your season? Better quarterback play, better managerial skills. I did not pick my defense and kicker well, and it showed. My quarterback situation, I basically pulled a Brad. I thought I was hedging, but it turned out I double lost because they both suck all of a sudden. I think I'm going to have to go with Trey this week, but who knows, man. Team name review. Is this the weakest team name for Bill's career? Yeah. Tailored Shirts. What is it? The Tailored Shirts Company. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's fine. I don't think it's the worst. I can't really remember which bad ones there are. Definitely the worst one is Collins, the Okefenokee Swamp. One doesn't make any sense to me anyway. Does it have to do with anything? Does it? Oh, Cuckfest 2022 is pretty awful. Love you, Brad, but no one gets it. I guess Brett, maybe you and Colin had a moment in the pool where you figured it out. Maybe we need to get naked in the pool with you to understand it, but yeah, I think the best name is Adam's new team name, Dak from Whence You Came. I definitely LOL'd when I read that one. It's my favorite one. Once I heard the Born Again Virgin story, I really like it. And my God, Russell Wilson is so cringeworthy. I loved all the comments too in that Twitter video that Weaver sent where he's doing like the corny TikTok video. And everyone's like, yeah, man, he's cringy because he loves religion and family. It's like, no, it's cringy that he's doing like a 12-year-old TikTok dance. And it's just, it's embarrassing. Like he's like doing that point thing where he's like, you know, it's so cringy. It's like, it's not, it could be anything. It could be like Satan, the devil, sex, whatever it is, you know, and it would still be cringy because it's a TikTok video and he's a 30-something-year-old man. Like, don't do that, man. Just knock it off. You're already famous enough, right? I think Sarah is probably still a virgin from him, to be honest. She's still a born-again virgin. There's no way that they have sex at all. No way. I think that was it for the mailbag. So there you go. There's your mailbag questions. 3 of you participated. Get it together, guys. There were a few comments I had about the People's Pod. Of course, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I listened to it last night when I was having a few whiskeys and cleaning up the kitchen. I loved how Colin said they separated Chelsea's triathlon into a bunch of different races. I thought that's pretty fucked up that they made like the black people run together and the Asian people run together. I don't know why they're still separating these races out by races. That's pretty fucked up, but what did Chelsea run with? The whites, I guess. I'm not sure. Is she all white? Anyway, I thought that was really funny. Uh, I think it was also funny about Weaver could not stop talking about this dead dolphin. Was it hard to conceal your boner to your girlfriend when you were checking out this dolphin, Weaver? could could you be any more hard talking about it? You're like, it was so cool. It didn't even smell at all like all the other dead dolphins I've seen. Its mouth looked like a zipper. I'm like, bro, you sound like a straight up serial killer. Um, but there you go. Dead dolphins. Oh my god. And you're like, we were so lucky to see it fresh before the storm hit and tore it apart. Dude, kill less co-eds, dude. You gotta be less psycho. Jesus. Oh my god. Didn't you say you ate a clam chowder bowl too? You saw a dead dolphin and then ate a clam chowder bowl. You probably imagined that it was a dolphin chowder bowl. All right, that's enough, Weaver. I'm not even going to talk about your pizza this week. No matter how much I want to, I felt bad. I was laughing so hard on Sunday about it. I was crying. And I thought it was probably a lot funnier than everyone else did. So I'll leave you and your pizza alone. I'm sure it was delicious. That's all I have to say about that. All right. So those are my only notes about the People's Pod. Chelsea having to run with different races, and then also Weaver being a serial killer. All right. I guess we're just going to move right on to picks. So we're in rivalry week number 2. I should have done my my warm-ups for it. She sells seashells by the seashore. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue. All right, here we go. Big Papa Stew against Build's Tailored Shirts. Oh man, it's really hard for me to pick myself. Really hard. I think our wide receivers are pretty equal, especially when you consider this Jay Palmer fella. Joshua Palmer, that's what it was, right? Yeah, Joshua Palmer. Not really a big fan of that guy, but I mean, he's got Jonathan Taylor and Henderson, who appears to be the number 1 back against Atlanta. Yuck. So, fuck. I think I'm going to have to pick Bill. I don't want to. I need to pick myself one of these times. I'm in fucking 9th place here. All right. Unfortunately, that's where I'm going with it. All right. Juju versus Javonte. I still think that Andrew's a little bit of a pretender. I'm not convinced about Marquise Brown. He only had 6 targets and a touchdown, so you take that touchdown away, he has like 6 points. T. Higgins, is he even going to play? Missed practice for personal reasons, like maybe because he can't remember his middle name. Maybe that's why. He had a fat concussion, right? So we'll see about that. But I really like Max's team. I think his team is very strong. I think he got unlucky. We were watching the Raiders San Diego game, and man, I could not stop talking about Herbert's arm talent. It's sick. Like, he's like running to his left, throwing all the way like 30-yard darts across the field to his right. Just pinpoint accuracy. I have to go with Max here. I think Max is going to win. All right. So Tasmanian Devil, great name. Good job, Tyler. I'm going to be so mad. Are you really not going to start Curtis Samuel after you stole him from underneath my nose? You're not going to start him. Interesting. Very interesting. Definitely get this Parker fella out of here. Devontae, right? Devontae Parker? Yeah. Got to park his ass on the bench. All right. I think Scott's team, I'm not convinced with it. Metcalf, Cooks, and Hardman, I'm kind of just out on all of them. But Swift is an MFer. Kelsey's an MFer. I think that Stafford probably bounces back. Ugh, this is tough. I think I'm going to go with Tyler. I'm going to go with Bacon. 50-50 chance there. Toss up. All right, what's a king to a Godwin? I do think he could be champ shit, but Colin did win the money last week. Oh, did I even give Colin? Oh, I talked shit on his name. That was my word. My other word, if I did forget, would be Moneybags, because he did great. He has a great team, it turns out. Lamar, Jefferson, and Pittman all are studs. Chubb, if he wasn't vultured on some touchdowns, he would have had a huge day. The Panthers suck. And now he's going up against the Jets. It's going to be a huge game. Turns out Cordero Patterson isn't old and decrepit. He's very good. Yeah, Colin has a very solid team. Very solid team. Much more solid than his team name, that's for sure. So I'm gonna go with Colin there. Even though Sean does have champ potential, I'm a little worried about Najee. All right. Born Again Virgins and Cuckfest 2022. Well, I dogged Brad's team. Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, DJ Moore. I don't know what happened to. I mean, I guess DJ Moore got stuck with I keep wanting to call him Sam Bradford, but Baker Mayfield. I don't know why I'm doing that. Baker Mayfield did not look good, at least to start. He looked like he maybe gotten some rhythm, and then he threw that bomb to Robbie Anderson. That was great. But yeah, a little tough. I think Weaver is looking strong, especially with all of a sudden you vultured the starting running back from Brad, who Eli Mitchell is on IR, and Jeff Wilson Jr. is set to start. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Making some points there. Yeah, I have to pick Weaver. I just think his team is stronger. Jamar Chase looked incredible. Incredible. He should have had another touchdown. I guess he ended up getting that one in the very end, but he should have had it earlier. He was in and they called him out, and then they basically went 4 and out on goal to go after that. So he ended up scoring this crazy touchdown afterward. But I got Weaver there. And now we have my other nemesis, Evan, who is 130 projected. Seems a little. Turns out Christian Kirk is good, huh? Hunter Renfrow had a kind of a weak day. Yeah, I think it's going to be more pain and suffering for poor Adam. Let's hope Carson Wentz can do something against Detroit. All right, I'm going to pick him to win, Evan. And now I'm going to do something that I didn't really prepare much for, but it's going to be my new segment. It's called Silver Linings Playbook. And I'm just going to tell all the losers about their silver lining. So, Adam, your silver lining, despite scoring 76 total points, as you discovered that Michael Thomas might be a legit wide receiver 2 to wide receiver 1 this year. You don't know. Carson Wentz, he might have stumbled upon one of the, diamond in the rough players of the year. 4 touchdowns is no joke. 28 points. And Kyle Pitts could not possibly play worse. So I think you have a lot to look forward to. I think you've kind of figured out your lineup a little bit. There's your silver lining. Let's go to Pebbles, Javante's Inferno. Why did it go to max when I clicked on Javante's Inferno? Wild. All right, here we go. Javante's Inferno. Pebbles. I think your silver lining is you're still gold level. You have a little bit of a cushion before you come back down to silver. So you could probably take about 4 more losses like this and still be gold, which is great. The other silver lining is your projected points are good. There you go. Silver linings playbook. Bacon. Well, your silver lining is you've got a great team name. You're all in. You spend $80 of fab budget on a guy that might play some tight end here and there, and a guy that you're not even starting. So at least you went for it, and you've got a great name now. There's your silver lining, Bacon. My silver lining, at least I got my guys. You know, they might all, no, actually my guys all did well. It's the guys that I wasn't sure about that sucked, but at least I got my guys. Amon Ra, AJ Brown, Darren Waller, getting the band back together. All right, Brad, what's your silver lining here? Your silver lining is, well, there's got to be something here, right? Let's look. I guess the silver lining is it couldn't have been much worse than last time. It can only go up, right? No way you're gonna lose again. No way Aaron Rodgers is gonna put up 3.7. No way. Good to go. And then let's go with Max. Silver lining is I think you have a great team, Max. I think you have the best running back core in the league, and you've got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So I think you'll probably be a playoff contender. And your name is great. All right. So that basically does it for me. So nice chatting with all of you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach me in the GroupMe / my phone. All right, you guys, I'm going to go to the gym and work on these shoulders. See ya.